If you've been thinking that floods have been hitting the headlines more than they used to, then you'd be right.
In the past decade, we seem to have had a major flooding event almost every year. And of course, just this week, we had some devastating floods in Cornwall.
So what's going on? Well, the simplest explanation for why we're seeing more flooding is because we're getting a lot more rain.
If we look at the average annual rainfall in the UK over the past 40 years, then it's clear that it has increased. In fact, last year we got 12.5% more rain than we did in 1969.
The most likely explanation for the increased rainfall is climate change. A warmer world means warmer air, which holds more moisture, more rain, more floods. So I've come to take part in Exercise Watermark, which is testing the emergency services response to a mocked-up flooding event.
Set up a scenario here where we've got a flooded campsite, we've got cars and caravans underwater, people being rescued from the top of them by the police, the fire and rescue services and the RNLI.
The first rescue of the day is a call out to 3 casualties in deep water, and I'm on board with the fire and rescue team to see the action.
So we've got 3 guys in the water and it is very cold, so I'm not envious of them at all, but luckily help is at hand, they are being rescued. The good thing about the boat that they're using, of course, is that the back of it flaps down so you can get the casualty on board, which obviously is quite important in a real-life rescue. Woo!
What we were wondering, Kirsty, is if you'd perhaps like to get involved in the next exercise.
Ooh, okay, yes, I'm up for it. Let's do it.
Ideal, let's get you wet.
But before that, I spoke to David Rook of the Environment Agency.
How prepared can we ever be for flash flooding like the floods in Cornwall this week?
Well, you can take simple precautions. You can sign up to our flood warning service. You can look on our website to see if you're in a flood risk area from rivers or the sea. If you've got an upstairs, you can have a plan to move things upstairs. You know where to turn the gas off, turn the electricity off. All these things can be done in advance so that if and when rain becomes really heavy and floods strike, you are far better prepared than you would be normally.
Help! I am safely back on dry land now after a very successful rescue. Today has been an invaluable experience for the emergency services, but when it comes down to flooding, it's getting more and more common. So how prepared are you?